Who was behind the assassination of J.F.K. on September 22nd, 1963? The official report stated that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone and then was later murdered by Jack Ruby. Multiple conspiracies have arisen over the years to reveal the real story, some involving the CIA, the Mafia, Lyndon B. Johnson, Fidel Castro, the KGB, or even aliens. I have a pretty good idea who is behind this attack, but let's open your mind into this mind-blowing conspiracy. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jelly Joe.
And I'm Matt. What do you got for us, Casey? Let's hear about, what happened that day. What did Lee Harvey Oswald do before he went up into that book depository?
At 6:30 in the morning, after waking up from what he thought was a nightmare, but was really an epiphany, he left his wallet and his wedding ring on his dresser, took $170 out, and decided to go act upon his dreams. And about 7 o'clock, JFK was leaving his hotel. Around 10 o'clock, I didn't know this. So JFK, there was actually a bubble top on the limo, but I guess he requested them to take it off because he wants to be close to the people.
I will get my tan on.
That's fucking smart.
And he also requested to not have Secret Service agents on the back of his limo as well.
And did the CIA ask him to do this?
No, I guess he requested because I guess he wanted to be like shaking hands with the people because that's he was very charismatic. Yeah. People love this guy, and then so they start going through the motorcade and whatnot, and then so Oswald he's over about what time is this? 11:50. He's over at the book depository eating some lunch. And Kennedy, he starts doing his thing, meeting with the peeps, doing his waves, parade shit, presidential stuff. About 12:30, the president turns on to Elm Street. That's when the first shot was fired, missing the president.
He's lucky he got shot before Freddy Krueger could get him.
Yeah. Or was it Freddy thing?
No, but I guess
this is the real Nightmare on Elm Street. There's no fucking claws or fucking dream monsters, just a gunshot.
I'm Scary Terry, bitch.
I wonder if that's where they got the Elm Street thing from. Do they ever explain that in the movies? Where they got Elm Street? Well, I mean, literally, when they say every town has an Elm Street, I'm pretty sure there's an Elm Street in Orville.
Yeah,
and in Chico and in Sacramento. And
it's like every town legit has an Elm
I think
Street.
I remember.
Maybe it's a California thing. There's a lot of elms here. I don't know.
I think the movies named it. I think the guy. I think he grew up on a street named Elm Street, or where they shot the film. The house just happened to be on Elm Street.
Well,
I think that's
at least
what
he
it was.
didn't. At least it wasn't on Mango
like
Street.
I might be wrong.
Get raped
That
by
might be a different movie I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, at least it wasn't on Mango Street. I love you, Kennedy girl. Somebody in two different scenarios.
He just looks over and just.
Anyways, moving forward.
So the first shot was missed, and it hit a bystander who was watching the motorcade in Dealey Plaza. And there was a man standing near the freeway sign who opened up his black umbrella, which gave rise to the conspiracy of the Umbrella Man.
Umbrella Man. Yeah, apparently he had
the penguin.
Yeah, apparently he had some dope ass Wild Wild West mechanical fucking umbrella.
You sure it wasn't a penguin?
Yeah,
it probably was.
Penguin's a villain with an umbrella.
Yeah, that's true.
He did walk with a limp. No.
It was Danny DeVito's. God damn it, Danny.
That's French Danny DeVito.
DeVito. Danny DeVito's great ancestor.
DeVito.
Danny DeVito, non assassin, not the dwarf.
In the penguin.
How you say not de la dwarf?
So
Anyway, I saw the blastine. All right.
the second shot was fired and Kennedy was hit, and then this third shot was fired, hitting the president in the back of the head on the right side, causing a portion of his head behind his right ear to blow out. Right after this third shot was fired,
Hey,
Sheriff.
let's not skip over the fact that when his head got blown apart, Jackie tried to put it back together.
See, I told you guys. See, that's what I was just telling him before this started. I was like, yeah, she was like grabbing his brains and stuff.
It's like, you're fine.
Well,
You're
because
fine.
she's heard many a times.
It's just a scratch.
You guys-
You'll be okay.
What you guys don't understand that back then, nursery rhymes were actually a part of history, and she heard the history saying about Humpty Dumpty, and she thought that she could put it back together again.
You know what it honestly made me think of, Joseph? Like, just think of it now. The fucking Misfits episode where he tries fucking Nathan, right?
Yeah.
Tries to get
Yeah.
his dick healed by the healer.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
He falls and impales herself, and he grabs her hand and starts rubbing her stomach. He's like, "No, you'll be fine. Just heal yourself. Just heal."
I forgot about that girl. That was the guy that did he do something with milk or something weird? He manipulated milk.
Yeah,
What
it was.
the guy?
He had lactose telepathy.
Yeah,
or something like that.
lactose telepathy. Shit, like
That show was
he had
wild.
lactose.
I didn't watch it again.
Whatever. Yeah, he manipulated fucking milk products and shit. Yeah, back to the Kennedys.
Yeah, sorry.
Cut from
So,
the clock. That was my fault. I got into it too. I want to rewatch that show so bad.
Do it.
So Sheriff Bill Decker, he orders the police officers to the railroad tracks behind the fence on the grassy knoll. And then Oswald, he comes strolling down, grabbing his Coca-Cola from the book depository, and starts walking out of the building, being all chill. He gets stopped by a police officer briefly, and then he's on his way again. He walks past a news reporter who was looking for a phone to call in the shooting.
And then
So,
grabs the newspaper and sits down on a bench and hides behind the newspaper.
Yeah, and now for the segment. Thank you for listening. We are sponsored by Coca-Cola, the official drink of
The
presidential
official
assassin.
assassination.
Hey, by the way, with that elephant man. Never mind. We'll get to it. So the guy sat down with his newspaper and cut a little hole and stuck his dick through it. Ironically, from the other side, they had a cartoon fucking thing of Gonzo, and his dick went perfectly in the nose spot. He thought he was being slick, but everybody knows that Gonzo's nose is circumcised. So, ha! Gotcha. See? Tough crowd, huh? Oh, Roy. So this guy with the newspaper, Casey, he's drinking his Coca-Cola. It was pretty good, but not as good as
I don't know anything about that newspaper shit. But
Oh.
is that true? Did he go and sit down on a newspaper? I didn't see that anywhere.
Well, the dick part was
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I was gonna say because at
Like an old cartoon
12:40.
disguise.
Well, I was gonna say because at 12. He got fucking holes cut into him so he can see people walking by and shit. They will never suspect a thing.
That's where the
If-
cartoons
if
got
that's
from.
how he was. You know that all the way to the fucking theater he was the da-dun, 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 da-dun.
We hunting for presidents out here.
Be very quiet. We hunting for Kennedys.
Duck season. Kennedy season. Duck season. Kennedy season.
And then he drinks it. Kennedy is doing it. I say it's Kennedy season, and everybody shoot.
Oh god.
To be
Aren't we
honest,
just-
though,
aren't we
that
just
bullet
the
did
worst
move like a
people?
Bugs Bunny cartoon, like a Looney Tunes cartoon. It had the little face on it, maybe like a Bullet Bill fashion. The big ass. I watched the video and he was explaining every part for one bullet to have had to hit through both people, like kind of thing. That it had to like ricochet a bunch. It was almost like
A
what's his
magic
name
bullet.
from the yeah, that's
Yep.
what they were saying. But I mean, basically, it reminded me while the guy was saying it. What's his name from the newer Mortal Kombat games? The cowboy guy. Forget his name.
Aaron
Oh,
Black.
Yeah, there you go.
Aaron. Yeah, him. He has. It's him. He shoots the bullet as it's doing the fatality. Like fucking stands. It says Kennedy on the
Bam.
bullet. And it's just like.
Oh. Womp womp.
Wham, wham, wham. That was a head. That was a mind blower.
Mind blowing. No, so at 12:45, Oswald he gets on a bus, 7 blocks from the bookstore. The bus isn't going anywhere because all the traffic, from the plaza and the motorcade and all that shit and everything that's going down. So he gets off and he gets into a cab driven by William Whaley, who takes him back to his boarding house where he changes and gets his pistol. So let me see. Give me 1 sec. At 1:15, Officer J.D. Tippett speaks to someone who gets Oswald's description, like gives him a description, and then they hear a civilian on the radio saying that a policeman's been shot, and they said someone shot him. So at 1:40, Oswald he goes to a movie theater, watches a film called War is Hell. He is seen sneaking in. Police start to search the theater, and then they spot him in the seats. And then
He's like, what? I've been here the whole time watching a movie. I didn't shoot anybody. And he has that fucking gun right next to him.
Yeah, basically. So they walk up to him, and Oswald pulls out his revolver, and the guy who he's fighting with, he gets his finger in front of the hammer, so the gun won't fire. And
Fucking nice.
I know, what a badass, right? Like, not today, motherfucker. And
That's some quick fucking hands to get your fucking finger behind the hammer of a fucking gun.
so they get into a little tussle, and then
Like those cartoon tussles, it's like that cloud.
yeah,
Oh, that cloud. And then like one of them pulls out a sign like, he killed the president.
It tracks for this era.
Like, he keeps doing it, and then like Oswald pops out with the fucking little sign that says, "What's the matter?" And then like the other one, the cop pops out with the sign. It's like, "The president's brain matter." And they just keep going.
And then Oswald's like, and then pops up a sign. Can I finish the popcorn? And he's like, and the other one's like, no. And then Oswald looks at the camera, womp womp.
Arrested.
So at 2:07,
Fuck.
he's arrested for homicide and robbery, and
What did he rob?
Oh yeah, he didn't pay for that ticket.
he didn't. Yeah,
in
he
the
didn't pay
theater.
for the ticket for the movie.
That's the main. This is the president assassination, and he didn't pay to see that blockbuster film. That
Well,
was
at
Or
this
that-
point, he
or
was
that
only
popcorn.
arrested for killing the officer and
was a popcorn.
stealing the movie. So right now, he's not connected to
Is
the
he really, Joe?
assassination.
Is he in trouble for the movie?
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
killed a cop, and then then he went to the movie, and then he snuck in, and that's how the cops found him. And then he matched the description of the cop that was murdered earlier, and then that's what he got arrested for, was the murder of the
Wait.
cop and the
What? He killed a cop to get to his battle station or what? That library thing? Was he in a library? What
no,
was
he killed
in?
a cop after that. And yeah, he was in a library depot or
I
something.
only know that part because I watched that James Franco show on Hulu.
But
Good
so
fucking show. 11/22/63.
Yeah, that show. And that guy
Fucking
actually,
amazing.
he seems to always play a fucking like war torn terrorist because he was in The Punisher too. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody remembers that in
I
season
remember.
one.
Yeah. When I watched it, I was like, oh, it's the dude. It's Lee Harvey
Yeah,
Oswald.
it's the
Look
dude.
at that.
Yeah, it's the dude from fucking yeah.
so
That guy's just only good in American terrorist roles. Hey, you looking for American terrorists? I'm your guy.
So they asked him if they wanted to hide his face from the reporters, and he said, "Why should I? I haven't done anything to be ashamed of."
Wasn't that guy like a pro he was like a pro
He was a
something.
communist.
Yeah, he was a pro communist whatever.
Fuck.
What is that?
It's Oswald.
Oh, the fucking octopus. Well, dude, everybody keeps thinking he killed someone with the magic bullet, but nobody ever wonders if he had fucking 8 arms or not.
The Oswald in my mind was the octopus. So
Dude,
Wait,
have any of you watched Quantum Leap?
no.
Quantum Queef.
There's an episode where he leaps into Lee Harvey Oswald, and he's like trying to stop him from
Being an octopus.
assassinating the president. But it turns out Lee Harvey Oswald's personality is too strong, and keeps taking over, and then
Oh, shit.
like so
He can only
everything
hold
goes
back 2 of his 8 arms.
so like everything
get
goes
rid
as
of
planned, and then
communism like that.
right before Lee Harvey Oswald's gonna shoot the president, Sam leaps out. He gets let go. He leaps out.
Sam
It's
Wilson
a very it's
Falcon?
no fucking Sam
No, I
Quantum
know
Leap,
that.
dude.
Yeah, Quantum Leap. Well, yeah, you can't beat those guys because as we've seen in American Dad, they eat like radishes raw, just like by themselves. And it's like you can't do it. Or turnips. Is it radishes or turnips?
Turnips. It's a strange
I don't know.
turnip of event.
Turnips.
I don't know. Phil attempted a
What
joke.
what else? What else you got, Mr. Fax Man?
So
Mr. Fax Man.
So Oswald went to a lineup, and they searched him, and they found 5 bullet cartridges in his pocket. And that's
Wait, can I?
this was at around 4:00 p.m. And this is when Joe's boy Jack Ruby, the owner of the Carousel Club, stops by the police station for the first time.
I'll take it from here. So yeah, he stops by the. He was seen several times in that police station. He actually
Accidentally
faked being
showing
a
up. He's
news-
like, where's this fucker at?
Well, he kept impersonating a fucking a newspaper reporter.
Well, that's no.
Or wait, is this a different time?
Well, they said. This says he was allowed to walk around the club since a lot of the officers
I
frequented
thought
it.
I thought you were talking about when they had him in the police station.
Oh no. Okay,
Did-
so no, that's what I meant to say. He was allowed to walk around the police station freely because a bunch of the officers went to the club all the time, so he was well known.
Oh yeah. So yeah, he was well
Side
known
note.
because
Is the Carousel Club a titty bar?
They could be.
yeah, no.
Could you imagine if they're just sitting on like a little spinning thing and their titties just come by, they just like smack you in the face as they go around?
So when he moved to Dallas, him and his brother changed their last name to Ruby because it was too long for whatever, and he was well known as Jack Ruby, which I've also heard it's because Rubenstein sounded too Jewish, but also he seemed like very whatever. When it
You
came
named
to Jewish
yourself
shit.
after a gemstone. That's even more Jewish.
Because he was born Jacob Leon Rubenstein, and Joseph Rubenstein was his dad, and Fanny Turk Rutkowski was his mom, and they were Orthodox Jews from Sokolo. Like he's Polish-born Jew.
Suck a what?
Like he's full whatever. So, anyways, he managed like various nightclubs, strip clubs, and dance halls. And he gained a lot of ties with Dallas police officers because he provided them with free liquor, prostitution, and favors at his nightclub and other favors.
So
at
it
his
was a titty
That's
bar.
what's up. Yeah.
And so he
owned a whorehouse.
had
He was a fucking
connections.
pimp.
So he belonged to
Yeah.
a mafia group called the Yiddish Connection.
Oh
and it
shit.
was like
We are the
underworld
Yiddish
activity.
connection.
That's like the purple
illegal gambling, narcotics, and prostitution. Like he moved from
Yo.
Chicago to Dallas
You will come to me
because other
asking for a
gangsters were
favor
settling there.
on the day of my son's bar mitzvah.
In 1947, he moved
That was
from Chicago
fucking gold,
to
man.
Dallas.
It was Goldstein.
I love how you had like the super Yiddish, but like kind of Sacha Baron Cohen Yiddish. Like it sounds kind of like Borat-y.
So yeah, in 1947, he moved with other gangsters to Dallas because the prostitution businesses. So yeah, like he had mafia connections, but he wasn't high on the fucking like thing as like people would think he was. Even though he's done a lot of shit since he was like fucking 11 years old, I think it was. Yeah, since he was 11, like he's been in trouble with shit because his parents they were abusive as fuck to each other. His mom ended up in a mental fucking hospital, and then he ended up like being arrested for truancy, skipping school constantly, and then like
I gotta
his
save you
nickname
one of
was
these for tomorrow, Matt.
so his
Oh,
nickname
so
was
nice.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
So fucking good.
his nickname was Sparky because his his sister said it was because it was the name of a slow moving horse from a comic strip called Barney Google, but a lot of people say it's because of his quick temper that he had. But as a young man, he's like sold horse racing tip sheets and like other shit. That basically, and the motherfucker in 1943, he was drafted and served in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II. He worked as an aircraft mechanic in the U.S. bases until 1946, and he had an honorable record and promoted to private first class. And when he was discharged, he went back to Chicago. Like this motherfucker had like this like good side to him, and then he had this fucking whatever his rough upbringing. But the point is, this motherfucker's been a hustler since day one. Is why I said he was my hero. Motherfucker's like a beast. But anyways, yeah, he had those strip
I got
clubs,
some.
nightclubs,
Oh, good.
and dance halls and shit. That like he literally like he built up connections with the cops. So yeah, like Casey was saying, back to that. Fast forward back to this situation. This motherfucker roamed freely through the halls of the fucking police department thing during all of this. But there was also a big reason why he did it. There was, but yeah,
Joseph, before you get into why he killed him, let me
okay.
get to the
Sorry,
point.
I was just
to where
trying to
he
delve
killed-
into. I was just trying to delve into a little bit of Jack Ruby.
Well, we can get back into it just right after I just say this one little snippet. So at like at 1:30, he's officially charged. 1:30 in the morning, he's officially not 1:30, 11, like 59ish. He was charged for the assassination of Kennedy and the president's not the assassination of Kennedy and the cop's murder, and stealing his movie ticket. And
Dick.
and then
Dick.
2 days
forgive
later,
everything else, but really
he
the
was
movie
killed by
ticket.
Jack Ruby, and then Joseph was going to tell us why he did what he did.
Yeah, literally the only thing I know about the story is Jack Ruby. So okay,
I have my theories why Jack Ruby did it, but let's see what Joseph has to say.
well, so this part is from what his sister said. So he was distressed that an ad attacking the president was signed by a person with a Jewish name. It was like a conspiracy that he was whatever. Okay, so he's distressed that an ad attacking the president was signed by a person with a Jewish name. Then a billboard saying impeach Earl Warren, believing the anti-Kennedy ad and anti-Warren sign were connected, and a plot by a Gentile, which means a non-Jewish person, as I learned today, was
They're all very Gentiles.
oh my god, dude. Too much drink. Okay, so basically in his head, he's fucking getting mad and he's getting like freaked out because it looks like a conspiracy trying to set up a Jewish person to blame for the assassination of Kennedy. So this leads him into killing Oswald for it because he's pissed off. So because in between the Kennedy ad and the anti-Warren sign, he felt they were connected and it was a plot by a Gentile, non-Jewish person to blame the assassination on a Jew because he's like, oh, everyone wants to blame Jews because, again, both his parents were Polish, Jewish people. And so he felt like it was an attack on his people. He told his sister this in confidence, who she then told the Warren Commission or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, again, he was seen on several occasions in a Dallas police station. After Oswald's arrest, November 22nd, 1963, he was impersonating a newspaper reporter during a press conference that night, in which he even stated later on that he had his Colt Cobra 38 revolver in his right coat pocket as he was talking and everything, had his hand on it, just fucking ready to
Cobras.
fire on him. But I don't think he fired that. No, he didn't fire that night. He did it 2 days later. On the 24th, he made his way into the Dallas Police Headquarters basement after he I think he deposited a check or did something, and then walked the block down to the Dallas Police Headquarters basement, where he waited. And at 11:21 a.m., police escorted Oswald through the basement to an armored car. Ruby stepped out from a crowd of reporters with his 38 Colt Cobra revolver and shot Oswald. And this motherfucker did it.
That's a big revolver, by the way.
Yeah, and there's videos of the shit. This shit's funny. So Ruby shot Oswald with a single round point blank into the left side of his abdomen, causing damage to his spleen, stomach, aorta, vena cava. If you like vena cava.
What's up, Vena Cava?
I have no idea. But his kidney, his liver, his diaphragm, and 11th rib before coming to a rest on his right side. Oswald fucking dropped in anguish, fucking screaming. They even asked Oswald if he had anything to fucking admit before he died. They were trying to get information out of him, and he just shook his head no.
They said, "Are you gonna do it again?"
No, they cut out the
See?
part where
You gonna do it again?
the reporter was like, "Have you anything to confess?" He's like, "I fucked your mom."
He's like, bitch.
That would have been savage as fuck.
And you know what the funny part is? There was a detective. So he stepped out of a fucking crowd of reporters after he pretended to be one, shot this motherfucker point blank in his side, hit all them fucking things. And like this detective, Billy Cumbus, recognized Ruby after the shot and exclaimed, I swear this is the voice. I heard it in two different voices. It was this one, Jack, you son of a bitch. or this one, Jack, you son of a bitch. Like, those two voices. But apparently that's what was yelled out from Billy Cumbus. But yeah,
Jack, you're a son of a bitch.
they end up rushing him to Parkland Memorial Hospital, where he died at 1:07 p.m. And that was where Kennedy was pronounced dead 2 days prior. So he was at the same hospital that Kennedy was pronounced dead 2 days prior to it.
Oh,
And that's
shit,
the crazy thing. So then on March 14th, 1964, Ruby was convicted of murder with malice and was sentenced to death. However, it was overturned due to the fact that an oral confession of premeditation made while in police custody should have been ruled inadmissible because it violated a Texas criminal statute, which there was a whole argument that it should have been whatever in Texas, some blah, blah, blah. But he died of pulmonary embolism, secondary I can't say the word, on January 3rd, 1967. He basically died. He died of some cancer he was diagnosed with days later, but he died technically unconvicted because of his original conviction being overturned and his retrial was pending before he died. So he died without being charged. Technically.
Nice.
That's the fun part about that. But then
American hero.
he also wanted to say he wanted.
Are
to
you a hero
go to
if you
whatever-
if you just killed the assassin? Like
If
at that
there's
point,
no
you're just
conspiracy,
a vigilante or someone for revenge. You'd be a
people were
hero if you
cheering.
stopped
Just a
it
dick.
beforehand.
No, you guys, people were
Right?
legit cheering.
Like,
and
am I wrong?
screaming.
There?
When he shot Oswald, people were cheering like, yeah, like everybody
I'm
was.
sure they
juiced
were,
when he
like-
did it. Because I thought he walked into a police station originally and just shot.
Yeah,
him.
dude. And then
Everybody was like-
Oswald,
Everyone's like, who fired that shot? And he was like, I did it. And then the person in the crowd was like, oh, no, it was me. I did it. And everybody started doing it.
that's
Apparently,
how it
was all this
happened.
stuff with conspiracy
Oswald,
about his
no.
people, like Jewish people.
Oswald went up
But
to
he
him,
was a-
shot the dude, and then everyone was like, "Yeah!" Then Oswald turned around and he looked at the crowd with his gun and he was like, "I did it! I fucking did it!" And then not Oswald, sorry, Ruby shot him, and then Oswald's just on the ground, he's fucking wailing, and then Ruby was like in the air, and he's like, "I did it!" And then he went up to his ear, he's like, "So you're gonna do it again, huh? You want to do that again?" Yeah. And that's what he told him.
You smell what the rube is cooking.
And then people like, and then like you can see in the background a slow motion jump like what is that? What is that movie? Fucking Dazed and Confused, when like during the spanking scene and like slow motion, the guys jump like into each other, and people were doing that in the background, and it was just it was very theatrical.
Have you guys seen the footage of that? I don't
Yeah.
know if it's the Jack Ruby thing. He looked like he was trying to lunge on him afterwards, but just the fact that he shot him and got so many fucking vital whatever. But then he wanted to confess some stuff, and then, or he said that the only thing he was trying to confess was that there was no larger conspiracy, that it was the whatever. So I mean, if there is no conspiracy to it, which I'm sure there is, actually I'm kind of rooting on that. But the fact is that like
No, we're gonna get into that next, and there's one that I for sure believe.
His
I
whole
don't fucking
reasoning
trust the
thing-
government.
His whole reasoning thing
Government.
is kind of dope. Like, it reminded me of a fucking straight Magneto move. And that's why I was like, this motherfucker's my hero. Like, he did shit in the name of fucking, like, Jewish people because he thought there was a conspiracy trying to blame a Jewish person for the assassination.
Yeah.
It was a fucking,
It was a ruse. It was a lie, Joseph. Let me tell you what he was really, the real conspiracy. Okay,
me tell you, say.
let me tell you. So Ruby was really, why he was so, like, upset about this is because he was fucking Kennedy on the side, see? And,
no, there's
You see, he was
actually a
fucking
thing-
Kennedy on the side, you
and
see?
then, so Oswald shoots Kennedy. Ruby gets wind of it. He's chilling around the police station. He hears when he's going to get moved, and he has to get revenge for his lover. So
Not my
when
man.
they're moving him, and then he runs
It's a
out
crime
there,
of
and he's like,
passion.
yeah, that's why he was never charged. They were
No,
like,
never
actually,
charged,
he was
dude.
believed to be in a homosexual relationship, but it wasn't with that guy.
who JFK was?
No, Ruby. He
Oh.
legit. Okay, so
See,
Ruby
look,
was,
it's all coming together.
guys, at the time of the assassination, he wasn't married or had children. He didn't have children or married at all. But he was living with a dude named George Senator who referred to him as his boyfriend during the Warren Commission.
Daddy.
During the Warren Commission, but denied them being lovers. But he referred to him as his boyfriend, apparently.
Huh.
Yeah, but it's been denied. But then they also said that back then, homosexuals would deny their lovers because it wasn't an open thing. But there was actually
yeah.
legit a fucking thing
They'd
of them
become a
thinking that he
pariah
was gay
in
with
their
somebody.
community.
He also, however, the day that he
Why would they
was
become a
appointed-
piranha, Mike? Please explain.
Oh, nice shot.
So that
Do you
to go
still have
chomp
that
chomp
pack
on
of
all that
shots?
meat.
The
I
day
just
he
got this one left.
assassinated
Did
Lee
you drink all
Harvey
those
Oswald,
shots?
Yeah, I took the work. Me and my
What'd you say,
coworker
Joe?
killed him.
Nice.
You could say that they JFK'd those shots. So
Went straight to the
Killed
dome.
it.
the day that he went to take out Lee Harvey Oswald, when he was going to make a deposit or whatever he did, I can't remember. He took his dog with him, that he referred to as his wife, Jack
Oswald?
Ruby. I forget what the
okay.
Jack Ruby. So I don't remember what kind
Wait,
of
he
dog
called
it
his
was.
dog his wife?
Yeah, he referred to his dog as his wife. So he could have been
'Cause-
he could have been into bestiality and gay.
Maybe because
Well, then.
Oswald had a wiener dog that was like legit wiener hot dog.
I actually
Jesus
forget
Christ,
the
man.
fucking type
But this
of
is from that
dog.
Nickelodeon show. Sorry, my
I forget
politics
the
are all
type
messed
of-
up.
What Nickelodeon show?
It's Oswald. I think the
But
show's
for
just
them
called
to think that it
Oswald.
was a part of
Is
a
it?
mafia hit, which I don't
Google
think
it.
it
Nickelodeon
was a
Oswald.
mafia thing.
I'd say that's a good place to stop if we've covered the actual history. If we've covered it, because
I say leave all the stuff we said in though, because I think it's really
yeah,
important.
no, I think it's a good time to go to break. Thank you for listening to the Conspiracy Outpost. We're here doing this every week, whether it's D&D or conspiracies. We got you covered. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Fucking check out our Patreon where we're going to be discussing the Askewniverse. We got Clerks done. We're going to be doing Mallrats in the future. Fucking get into it, everybody.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
Yeah, so this guy did not like did not like the name Sparky, but like I said, it was
What?
a part of the whatever. I said he had a nickname Sparky, and it was either from this comic book strip or from because he was quick tempered. This dude had a big ass like
Dick.
temper.
Dick.
He has beaten up customers at least 25 times on occasion. And that's just like
Damn.
recorded shit. He's thrown
That's what's
victims
up.
down the club stairs. Like he was like a beast with shit.
Damn, their stairs are
Government-
made of clubs. That's fucked up.
This one's straight from
It was a big
Wikipedia.
set of 36 of them, too. It wasn't a small set of stairs, no.
Government officials also heard stories of Ruby's eccentric and unstable behavior. He sometimes took his shirt or other clothes off in social gatherings, like my dad. My dad might be the reincarnation of him. And then either
I haven't met him,
either
but-
hit his chest like a gorilla rolled around the floor during conversations. He could
This guy
change
was
the
coked
topic
out.
suddenly in mid-sentence. He sometimes welcomed a guest to his club, but on other nights forbade the same guest from entering without giving an explanation. Ruby was
Bipolar.
described. No, exactly. Ruby was described by those who knew him as a kook, totally unpredictable, a psycho, and suffering from some form of disturbance. That fits my fucking family MO to a fucking T, right, Matthew? That reminds me of Dad. Are you muted?
Oh shit! Sorry, you're not wrong. Shit. Good thing I was muted.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
I said some shit.
This is again. This is again is
he's
all
like,
from fucking Wikipedia.
Matthew was letting out his no Vaseline fucking talking shit about everybody just a second ago.
I was saying some shit. Good thing I was
He's like,
muted.
fuck
I thought you guys were
Kennedy,
cool with
fuck
it.
you,
Good thing.
Joseph, fuck you, Mike.
But that shit, like, the dude had a fucking temper on him. Dude was a badass. But that's what I'm saying is, like, this guy, like, when I
He's
started
probably just
delving
coked
deeper
out and
into
just
him-
fucking just going
Well,
hard.
no, that's the thing. This is something he's been like since. Okay, so he was the 5th out of 10 children that survived out of his parents, whatever. I don't know how many kids died,
How
but I
many were
mean,
eaten by the siblings.
well, yeah, because he is actually. There were titans.
That's
that
why he was
eating the
going
children.
crazy. He ate some human, got a little fucked up in the head.
I can never. I
just
couldn't find
kidding.
anything about how many children they attempted to have, but the fact is, they made a big deal that he was the
Why
5th
were they
one
all
alive.
dying though?
The 5th to survive out of 10.
Sheeny curse.
Maybe. But the fact, like, and his parents, like, fought, like, he struggled and shit. Not to mention being Jewish back then was probably just as bad as being gay back then. Probably he couldn't be a Jewish gay guy. Probably if he was gay, if that was whatever. The guy made the whatever thing said that they were boyfriends, but he might have just made a joke because they lived together. All right, let's delve into some of these theories. I don't remember where we left off. Oh,
I don't know what you were
But yeah,
talking about.
because I was talking about Jack Ruby. The dude had a lot of whatever, and so I forget his fucking name. I can't find the dude's name. So he was like in a second in command thing or some shit in a mafia thing because people thought that Jack Ruby had these like higher things, but he was friends with like a second in command kind of whatever. But he was small time mafia. He wasn't big time mafia. Is like from records and everything else that they could whatever. But the point is, this dude used to visit him in jail when he was in jail after the Oswald incident. God
For
damn it.
conjugal visits?
I fucking
Yes.
hope so. He had to get some of that Ruby Tuesdays. All right, conspiracies.
So one of these conspiracies is after the first shot was fired, the limo obviously did a hard break, and one of the Secret Service agents inside the vehicle lost balance, lost control, and accidentally fired his gun, shooting the president.
And that would be so hilarious.
That really
Oh,
happened?
fuck.
That's crazy.
It's a
That's one of the
conspiracy.
No, that's one of the
It's a
conspiracies is how he
conspiracy.
died, and then
They're
they
probably
obviously
trying to
covered it
explain the
up.
magic bullet.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That sounds so plausible.
Boss, shit, it's his first day on the job, too. He's like, all right, this is the first day you protected the president. Do good.
It's-
He's like a rookie. He's all nervous. Here's the gunshot. He falls for it. Ah!
Hey, listen here, rookie. It may be your
boss,
first day, but at least it was your first day and you killed a Kennedy. Congrats.
At least it was a headshot. No,
Ironically, my name is Kenny. Kenny the Kennedy killer.
Hey, that's a triple K. That's a KKK. Now we got another conspiracy theory on our hands.
Oh, shit.
I think that is actually conspiracies that the KKK did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it because Kennedy was for like, he's for rights for everybody. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. This
As
guy.
far as he is a good guy whose
Guy.
family fucking kills
He was a
prostitutes.
cheater and a snake.
Was he?
He cheated on his wife. Yeah.
Yeah, but also, I mean,
No, I'm
She
kidding.
probably deserved it.
maybe morality wise, I mean, a guy who's a piece of shit socially could even out to a good person.
Bedizer.
Politically,
Freedom.
I guess. I don't know if he was politically, but the point is, even the worst person has.
Why
a
do
good
they
idea.
care who people in power
Even a broken
fuck?
what is it?
Like, why
Even
is
a
it such a big
broken
deal? Like,
clock
who
is
cares
right
if this guy
twice
gets a
day?
blowjob in the Oval Office? Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Is that what goes?
I think
Even a broken clock is right twice a day, and that's how we'll see this.
The next
Well-
one, the Umbrella Man. The guy with
Umbrella
the
Man
black
is a
umbrella.
dumb. Okay, the one guy that had an umbrella. Okay, apparently you've never been to Orville. I get it was a different time, but motherfuckers be running around fucking dancing with katanas. Like this guy, I literally watched a video of the guy who was like fucking talking about the theory, who believed in it. It's like, how many ideas can you think? How many different ideas can you think that aren't insane, that are normal, that this guy did it? It's like, okay, but how many crazy ass ones can you think of?
Well,
'Cause
I don't
quite
believe
honestly-
that the umbrella was a weapon, but
No, but you know what that reminds me of?
they said
'Cause I
that
read it
him
a long
opening
time
it
ago.
People
up was
thought it
like a
was a-
signal.
Yeah, and it maybe could have, but apparently they had the guy come forth and he came to the White House and said it was a protest thing, not in J.F. Kennedy, but his dad or some shit. Something about a guy who had an umbrella and opened it, whatever. It was a thing about that, and the guy said it was so crazy that he actually believed it. That was actually like game for all those fucking conspiracies and everything.
Well,
He
you
said
know-
that he
you know-
believed it because which way you look at it, any way that's not a conspiracy and just a normal thing, it's wacky and cuckoo as fuck either way you look at it. It's gonna be fucking out there if it's a normal excuse or not. But also, it's like, dude, I watch people fucking dance around with fucking umbrellas all the time, or fucking dance with tumbleweeds. We live in California. Well, not you, Casey, but that we live in fucking the land of the daywalker over here. We see weirder shit than a guy opening up an umbrella on the day after it rained, because it rained the day prior. Like it rained
You know
the
what's
day
crazy?
prior.
There
That
was
was the
that
whole
thing.
fucking thing.
There was that thing with it was the what is it the Georgy Markov the assassination where a dude was on a bridge and someone had the umbrella and then fucking threw a needle of rice in, or like some kind of crazy shit. That was a crazy thing. When I read about when we're talking about the umbrella guy over there, it kind of made me think about that.
It's not that out there that a guy
Umbrella
was.
people, Umbrella Academy.
And again, actually, Matthew was back to what we were saying
No,
before.
no.
It was Danny
Umbrella.
DeVito's French
Rihanna's
ancestor,
umbrella song.
Danny Levite.
Et Danny Levite.
But the one that la, 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 la. There's two things that get me about that whole fucking thing. Casey, I don't know if you were gonna delve into it. The trajectory shot of the brain.
Let's hear it.
So I didn't notice this until I watched the colorized version of it. The splatter of the brain thing. in
Disney
fucking
remake.
front. The Disney remake,
Yeah.
as Casey so eloquently put it before we started recording.
It's the
What did
50th
you say?
anniversary.
50th anniversary. It was remastered and colored. So the shot from the
The one that
fucking
had
you see his
Tinkerbell in the
head,
beginning of it.
you
Doing a
see
little
his head
Disney thing.
explode, right? And I don't know exactly how that works. Is Matthew, maybe you would know, or Mike.
Damn, that's hella funny.
But the
That's
fact
really
that where if the bullet's entering, does it splatter there or splatter from the back of the bullet entry?
I think it depends on
I don't
the
know
speed of the
ballistics.
round.
Yeah, I'm not a
I don't know.
ballistic. It's,
So
I
he
think it
went
really
like
depends
this.
on the-
Okay,
the
so
speed of the
so it
round.
said there was the two shots and he got hit in the chest or stomach, abdomen, something, and he went like this. It looked like he was jerking off two dicks right in front of him. He went like this, literally in the video, right? He went
well,
like
that's,
this.
they said that was,
Like he
that
was
was like
hit.
a sign of like spinal damage. That's why he did that.
Okay, so he did that, and then the next hit was this. Blam. Like it splattered from the front, but his head looked like the force pushed him back. And I didn't notice that in the black and white, but in the color, I can see it because my eyes are terrible. And fucking, so it looked like the front of his head splattered. So then when they said the thing, there was still brain matter and everything else. The first like report, he was wrapped in a white sheet, took the whatever. And then the
Oh,
second
hospital,
report, yeah, to the hospital. But then, yeah, they took him to the fucking, the naval fucking whatever hospital. And then all of a sudden he was in a black body bag and there was no brain there. And the shot was opposite of what the original people said it was. And I don't know how you do that because they say it like that, but also you can't glue together a skull and then be like, wow, it like magically switched points. Because there are people that seen it afterwards that have come forth and said it's not the way that they said it was originally. And those people are trying to get on the conspiracy too. And it's like, well, how are you not seeing a skull fucking put back together the opposite way? Is what confuses me.
Well, what confuses me, if he got shot in the back of the head, and his head goes forward, wouldn't he stay? I don't know if that he would stay slumped like that, but I don't think he was wearing a seatbelt. I'm sure because he was getting out. He was leaning
waving
over the side.
people.
So I feel like if you got shot in the back of the head, the force would push you forward. I don't know if that's true or not. If that's
see what it was.
It depends on the round, to be honest.
But it's a high-powered rifle round. So.
Okay, well, so
but even
it was
a
a
high-powered rifle round. It might not have the stopping power. It might just go quick through.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean,
it was a $25. It was a $25. It was a $25.
If you shoot a watermelon with like a 9mm, the watermelon will shake a little bit. But if you shoot it with a high-powered round, the watermelon won't move.
I don't know what the thing is, but it was you guys. It was a $25 gun that he bought.
Like, remember when we shot the pumpkins, Matt? When we used the AR, the fucking pumpkins, the pumpkin didn't even wiggle. There's just holes in it. But when we used the 9mm, the pumpkin moved. So it's like the smaller power
it was a
around
25.
The more it moves.
Well, that's the thing. It was a 25.
It goes so fast that it's just through. It doesn't fucking move.
I'm looking up the round for it.
I don't know the currency.
It's probably like a
thing.
7.62 or something.
I didn't know the currency thing.
I'm pretty sure his head would explode.
It was
broke
a 20.
The point was like,
it was a $25 gun that he had bought in prior. I don't know exactly the model of the gun. It was a military
surplus gun, and it was a Soviet gun.
Yeah, but they made a big deal that it was a $25 gun back then.
The fact that it was Soviet, that's why I think it's 7.62 because I'm pretty sure that's what AK is.
By 45.
Yeah, is what AK chamber did.
But what was the money significance?
Because $25 a lot back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, when you buy
$25
a fucking candy bar for 5 cents.
Yeah, but they said it's $25. You guys, wait, hold on. And they also said that he was not a great shot. The fact that the shots that were fired, like it was a whole point. He rifled
off fucking 5 shots and like.
No, that's the thing. Shots? They said only 2 to 3 shots were fired. And they said that they were only 3 shots are fired and two bullet shells or 2 shells are found or some shit.
Yeah, but in super fast succession on a bolt action rifle.
They're saying the only way that it would have worked is in a magic bullet direction. And there's literally a video of them saying all the different spots that it hit, and then it would have to travel back to the same hole again after ricocheting, and then bouncing whatever, and then bouncing out. Like there's a whole video. I can't remember all the shit, but this guy talks. This dude talks like he's Twista, like he's rapping. But he's like,
it's
back to the same hole.
I think it was a 7.35 mm, which I don't know. That's a weird caliber.
Matthew, it's a 6.5 by 52 millimeter. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to read that. But
I don't know calibers that like that.
He shot it out of a Cardico Model 38 infantry carbine rifle.
And he got for $25.
CARNCAO, right? Carnico?
CARCANO, if that's how you said it in here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a. What was it chambered in again?
6.5 by 52 millimeter. I don't know bullets, so I couldn't tell you.
But yeah, who knows? I mean,
I think the point was it wasn't an expensive gun.
It could still probably blow a portion out of his skull. Like that's.
Well, have you seen that? Did you see the video? Like it sprayed the fucking.
Yeah,
front of his
it fucking
brain.
knocked it. Yeah. I don't know like the trajectory, and I don't know any logistics.
The trajectory was really fucking.
Was.
Yeah, so the color, like the colorization of it, the Disney remake of the video, when he goes like this, like he's like, he goes like this, like it looked like he got hit from the back, and then it looked like he got hit from the front, and he went.
So it's a 6.72 bullet diameter. So it's
I sent a picture of that.
It's between a 5.56 and a 7.62.
I just watched the video.
Which is
it depends on where it's. I don't really understand. I don't really know ballistics enough, or like even the trajectory of the bullet. But you could.
Well, the fact is the way that his head moved, the way that his head moved,
in a pumpkin and watermelon, and
it looked like he was shot. It looked like he was shot from the back and front.
Yeah, but whether he would like launch forward, he would probably just slump and move through so fast that he would just fall over. It wouldn't actually push him that much.
There was that first shot that he went like this, and then the second one, and it looked like the whole front of his head blew. That's why I was asking if you guys knew how that would work. Which one is more likely to explode, entry or outry, or out?
Out. Out. It explodes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so then that would make sense. That's what I was asking.
It gets a cushion of air in front of it, and then when it reaches the end, the air explodes.
I'm gonna send you guys the colorization of this video real quick.
But no, it's I've seen it.
Yeah.
But no, it's like his head would blow apart with that round. Especially since he hit him in just one lobe of it. It was like the top right, I believe, or something like that. It would sever it, and
oh, dude, I've seen worse.
It wouldn't really push him forward because the round was moving so fast that it really wouldn't do that. It would just go through and it'd be clean. The air traveling around it would, make stuff go. But like it would be a clean in and out, I believe.
Just everything's in slow motion. Just watch the video real quick.
On Facebook?
I sent it to the group. Just watch it real quick. It's like halfway through it.
He was shot.
It looks like the splatter even comes backwards. I don't know.
It gets all over Jackie.
Weird. Yeah, it does. And her head is forward. What's actually kind of looking at that, you think she would kind of get in the crossfire of that. So I don't really know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not bashing anybody else who's saying whatever, but like look at the video, the way his head moves, but also blood splatters backwards, but they're also driving forward, and then her head's right in front, so she actually probably would have got some of the ricochet of that. I don't know. Or covered her ear. I don't know if the bullet went searing through right there. I don't fucking know. I ain't Batman. So it probably did come from behind too, because actually it kind of, I don't know. I just want to hear everybody else's opinion on it. That's why I sent it. It's because I get why the blood goes backwards because they're going forward. So maybe.
But again, hit by the first one.
So he gets shot multiple times.
Twice.
There's
they shoot 3 times and he gets hit by 2.
In this video, you can see the spray off of his head, and it goes forward.
They were trying to say there's no way
by the back. You can see
there's no way. They're saying with that gun, there was no way he shot the 3 shots in whatever point, whatever seconds, like he did.
Yeah,
that's why they were saying that there was multiple shooters or 2 shooters, one from forward, one from behind. I forget the exact seconds, but they said those shots came in something point, whatever
like
seconds.
He's waving, and then all of a sudden he's like checking his chest.
Yeah, not if it's a doing this.
Yeah, but
there's no way he shot him twice like that with the bolt action. I don't think he's that fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was not known for being that great of a shot. Like Lee Harvey Oswald was not a good shot. Yeah. He wasn't like a marksman shot like that.
There's no way he did that shit with fucking.
No,
yeah, that's what they're saying.
From that video, we can rule out the grassy knoll.
I don't know what I mean, I know what grassy knoll is, but I'm saying
the grassy knoll was in front of them. When
do you see the first shot, though? When do you see the first shot?
But yeah, if you
don't
hear
see the first shot,
he missed and he hit a bystander.
Or the second shot, the one that hits him in the chest, you can just see before he gets shot in the head, he's like doing this.
But you hear the shots and they're like
Jackie
perfectly
looking
executed.
at him, and then a second later it's and you
Not
can see the
perfectly
spray
executed.
You can see the spray
But
off his head.
How fast were they going?
You hear the doo-doo, like somebody shot him in the spine and somebody shot him in the head. And like the trajectory seemed off. Like it looks like somebody shot him from behind there and someone shot him from the front because of the way his head fucking reacts. But I don't fucking know. I don't know how that.
The dirt in the headshot, yeah, his head goes forward then backwards.
But yeah, the way that it happens, because when his head.
You can see the spray off of it. In that video.
You see the spray, and that's what I was saying. The spray goes backwards because the car is moving forward, and the car could have something to do with his head whiplashing.
This is crazy.
Yeah. It sprays forward, but his head goes back. That's what I was saying. It was like weird.
Oh yeah, guys, I got 15 minutes. Got 15 minutes, man.
Well, let's get into
another thing is too. Did anybody look into that movie?
The one that he was watching?
No, 7 Days in May. So it was a book that was talking about a coup d'état in America, in America or whatever, where they revolt against the government, something that J.F.K. was afraid of. And they actually, to make a movie based off the novel, they asked to film in the White House. And this was, oh God, how many days was it? They did this prior to the assassination, very close. It was in December, at the end of December. And they literally got to go into the White House and film for this movie about the military going against the government and everything. It was like a whole big thing. Is why they think that it was planned, because these people came and they fucking they came and filmed this movie in the White House. Like, it wasn't, I forget the amount of time, but it wasn't even like a whole month before the assassination. The only thing they didn't let them film, they weren't allowed to look at whatever things and like record like exits and entrances and shit like that in the White House, because they were afraid of whatever, because JFK had a feeling it was going to happen. But JFK allowed them to come film to show them kind of like what would happen if they tried to create a coup in the government, like kind of thing. But it was called 7 Days in May.
So he was afraid to get assassinated, but he takes the bubble top off.
But no. So he natural selection. That's what that is. Because you're gonna be dumb enough to do that. And he was literally afraid prior. And they literally filmed this movie, 7 Days in May.
I didn't know about
literally
that movie.
Literally about the government, or about the military creating a coup and taking the president out. And literally, if you watch the trailer, it's like something you may have, or it's like you would never think this would happen, whatever. But in a near distant future, like they basically are saying it's like something you'd never think is possible. And it gives this horror vibe, and a bunch of people are beating the fuck out of each other. I think someone's holding a sign and everything. It literally kind of feels like the JFK assassination, except for people weren't beating the fuck out of each other over it. They're covering their kids and ducking, which is a less cool way than that movie trailer was. But it's crazy. They were filming in the actual fucking globe, like the White House and everything. And this was right before the assassination.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know about that. There's a
conspiracy. Anyways, so I was just gonna say that movie ended up not getting it ended up not coming out until like maybe I think it was February or some shit, because that happened in January, right? Yeah, so I think they were filming it in December something, but it came out after because they were afraid about the controversy that was surrounding the movie, because the fact is it's so fucking coincidental. Or is it coincidental? Really? I'm going to send you guys just the link to the trailer. You guys ain't got to watch it right now, but I'm going to put it in the group. But it was literally, it's based off of a book. And they actually based the people that wrote the book based the characters off of, I think, like certain piece of shit generals in actual American history back in that time. And it's literally about, like, literally from one of the documentary things that I watched, that it, like, the guys are literally like, okay, well, I'm going to pretty much kill you before you kill me kind of thing. But it's in the White House where they're recording it. They asked permission to do it. And this was like a month. I think it was a month before the assassination. Some shit like that.
That's pretty cray-cray.
I can't remember.
That is cray-cray. You are right.
But yeah, that was just one of the things adding to the thing. Like, but yeah, Casey, if you want to jump on some other conspiracies.
I was going to say one that supports that Oswald did do the shooting is the Coca-Cola theory. And
that goddamn bear, dude. I fucking
because they thought that the polar bear wasn't a good enough mascot, so they decided, hey, we should have what's better than a polar bear? Oh yeah, someone that can assassinate the president and then sip on a cola right before the cops catch him in a movie theater and go. Shh.
They tried, dude.
It was actually
technology
after
wasn't there yet.
President's brain.
They tried literally taking a polar bear and they tried to train a polar bear to assassinate the president. Technology wasn't there yet, but they tried. And Coca-Cola pushed it and pushed it, but it just wasn't there.
No,
you gotta remember, this is way before tech, and they couldn't teach bears how to do martial arts.
Nah, just circus shit. Just circus shit.
Like grinding unicycles.
Yeah, doing that stuff. And drinking Coca-Cola.
This conspiracy states that he did it because so after the assassination, he came out down through the book depository and then grabbed his Coke and he walked out. Correct? That's what we said earlier. And but I guess he was a Dr. Pepper fan. He didn't drink Coke. It's I guess it's well known. And so the only obvious
Dr. Pepper.
The only obvious explanation as to why he drank the Coke is because he assassinated the president and he was so nervous that he selected the wrong soft drink while he was at the vending machine.
Stupid.
Classic mistake. Stupid. Classic mistake.
God damn. Okay, let's
He's
go
being
to another
endorsed
one,
by
that
Dr. Pepper.
So fucking stupid. Holy shit. Whoever's just like, it's Coke's fault.
Dr. Pepper is its own company.
This conspiracy was brought to you by Pepsi, the best tasting soda.
And now that segment was worth it. Thank you, Matthew.
You know, and we should bring up fucking soda brands in this aspect, in which they need to bring Sprite Remix back because that was the best fucking soda in the world, and they took it from me.
If you want a good lemon lime soda, just drink fucking Sierra Mist.
Yeah, Sierra Mist is the best fucking hangover soda, but I mean, as a kid, there was nothing better than Sprite Remix. No, you want to know the best hangover soda?
Fucking Fresca.
So the next one we can get into is Woody Harrelson's dad, old Charles Harrelson.
Yeah, he actually assassinated Kennedy. And then
they said he was one of the other 3 gunmen that were on the ground. He was one of the 3. I guess they were arrested and questioned, but
I listened to this thing where the guy's
they couldn't hold him or anything, but then I guess a few years later he ended up murdering someone for a contract hit.
You guys ever see that thing of Trump during the presidency thing when he was just like, we're gonna release all the Kennedy stuff, the last files in 2018, and it never happened.
You want to hear some coincidence shit? I'm gonna tell you guys about this rogue CIA agent / assassin. Dun dun dun. Yeah, well, fucking wild, right? So, police officer Hughes McDonald, he blamed the Soviets for contracting Saul, the CIA agent, to kill JFK, and apparently Saul freelanced for McDonald freelanced for the CIA, where he met Saul at the headquarters, and then he later tracked down Saul to obtain a confession that he shot JFK, because apparently Saul was in the building across the street from where Oswald was at the book depository, and I guess they both ended up either they both assassinated him, like they planned to assassinate him on the same day, at the same time, or the Saul guy was involved, or it was just Oswald.
So it's very embarrassing to mix up and do stuff much like outfits. So in case another mishap doesn't happen like that, I guess Oswald better have called Saul.
Okay, you want to hear these coincidences, which is fucking crazy, between Lincoln and Kennedy? You ready?
Yeah.
They're both
Lincoln and Kennedy were concerned with civil rights. Lincoln was elected president in 1860, Kennedy in 1960. Both were slain on a Friday and in the presence of their wives. Both were shot from behind and in the head. The successors to both were named Johnson and were Southern Democrats and were both in the Senate. Andrew Johnson was born in 1808, Lyndon Johnson 1908. John Wilkes Booth was born in 1839, and Lee Harvey Oswald was born in 1939. Booth and Oswald were Southerners favoring unpopular ideas. Both presidents' wives lost children through death while in the White House. Lincoln's secretary, whose name was Kennedy, advised him not to go to the theater. Kennedy's secretary, whose name was Lincoln, advised him not to go to Dallas. John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln in a theater and ran to a warehouse. Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from a warehouse and ran to a theater. The name Lincoln and Kennedy each contained 7 letters. The names Andrew Johnson and Lyndon Johnson each contained 13 letters. The names John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald each contained 15 letters. Both assassins were killed before being brought to trial. Both Johnsons were opposed for re-election by men with names starting with G.
What were the letter and the numbers significant?
I don't know. It's just a whole list I just read off. I know,
that's pretty wild, though.
No, the other ones, like the last 4 kind of sucked. I had never heard those ones, but they were part of the list, so I read them. You know. But the rest of it was oh shit, what?
Have you guys heard about the Black Dog Man?
No.
Whoa.
You haven't heard about the fucking Kennedy fucking Lincoln thing, but you're how about that Black Dog Man? What the fuck? The Kennedy Lincoln thing is a common knowledge thing. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, obviously, we have different definitions of common knowledge. I'm out here looking up Black Dog Mans, and you're over here looking at letters of words.
To be honest, the only thing I ever heard was the magic bullet thing.
to each their own, I guess. Everybody's heard something on this thing.
I guess.
I don't know at least in America, everyone's heard something. It's our history. I don't know how it is in fucking England and fucking
the rest of the
Sweden
world.
And everywhere else.
They're more
concerned
of why John Paul got murdered in a tunnel. Wait, John Paul?
Who's John Paul?
Are you thinking of John Lennon? Because he was shot outside of his apartment.
No, Logan Paul. John Paul.
Oh, Logan Paul. Oh, you mean Princess Diana? Princess Diana?
Yeah.
Princess Di.
Paul.
I thought you meant
Logan
the actual Logan Paul. I was like, oh, finally.
I wish.
No,
Okay,
so the Black Dog Man, he, I guess in a frame in the video.
He did J.F.K. and he turned to a werewolf.
Yeah, no, I guess this Black Dog Man is appeared in front of a bush or behind a bush in a frame of the video. It says
is this supposed to be the Grimm from Harry Potter?
Frame 13, maybe.
You see a big black dog and then you die?
Well, he didn't die though.
I'm pretty sure John F. Kennedy died.
I was talking about Harry Potter. I mean, he did die, kinda.
Yeah. You know all J.K. Rowling's creatures.
Spoiler alert! Sorry, if anybody's never seen Harry Potter, get out from underneath the rock you're living in.
Shut up.
I've never been I don't hate Harry Potter. I've just never been a big fan.
I reread that series every fucking year.
He masturbates to it.
Yep.
Dude, I just read those books I think last year, all of them, and
they're good. Fucking amazing.
They portrayed Ron and Harry so much nicer in the movies. Let me tell you, they are fucking straight up assholes in the book.
Are you kidding me? They make fucking Ron seem like such a dumbass in the movies.
In the well, yeah, in the movie, yeah. No, I'm just saying they make them a lot nicer than they are actually in the book. Ron's a lot more cutthroat, and then Harry's like kind of a dick too.
Then again, like Ron's always ready to fucking throw down too.
It's that fucking red hair, man. Anywho, the next thing we got is the CIA's involvement.
I believe this one.
Yeah, I do too.
So, what's it called?
I don't believe the Mafia tie one. I believe this one more than the other ones.
Well, I just got a little tidbit on the CIA, kind of. Then I got a little bit more later. But for what I have right now is Dave Perry. He was a former insurance claim adjuster. I guess he's been digging through the J.F.K. assassination since, the record since 1976, and I guess he found that Oswald may have been on the payroll for the CIA, and they were plotting with the Soviets and the Russian embassy in Mexico.
Well, also, like, JFK had tried to shut down the CIA.
Yeah.
And so they were just like, nah, fuck that, bro. Who do you think's in charge? You? No, fuck that. We're in charge, bitch.
Yeah, because he actually...
Central Intelligence Agency, motherfucker. We have the intelligence. You gonna die, bitch. That's how that went. What happened to Joe?
My phone's on 1%, so I was just turning it off. That was the thing, was he was literally being watched everywhere he went. In and out of buildings. Like, they were monitoring him everywhere he fucking went. There was even a fucking... oh, God. I'm too drunk to fucking think of this right now. There was a report thing about him taking the blame for the assassination, and I am brain dead right now. The point is, like, the way that they were wording it was like, he needs to take the blame for it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anybody else can fill in the blanks.
Well, with the CIA involved, I don't know where Mike went, but there's the Illuminati as well, and this could have been involved. The CIA could have been involved with this as well, and this is where Lyndon B. Johnson gets pulled into the conspiracy too. I guess. Kennedy was against the Federal Reserve, and they didn't like that. And the Illuminati apparently has control of the Federal Reserve. So Kennedy wanted to disabolish it, not to have it, you know. And they didn't want that, so they put 2 shots in that motherfucker. Do you have anything else for the CIA stuff?
Did you guys talk anything more into him trying to shut down the CIA and?
No, so I don't know about that. So that's why I was gonna.
Yeah, because that gets brought up because I was actually listening to a YouTube video, not necessarily a podcast, but it kind of was a podcast. People discussing on how we need to shut down the CIA and the FBI because they've become corrupt with the whole Hunter Biden thing, you know.
They've been corrupt.
Yeah, I know, but like they're super corrupt, especially now. It's like super evident with the Hunter Biden thing. Like, and then they were like, "Yeah, the president just needs to shut it down." And like, "Yeah," and then they can get JFK just like JFK was. I was like, "Wait, what?" And then they talked into that, so that's where that comes from. But yeah, we can keep that in. JFK. Except you know, the Bidens might come to get us for talking shit about Hunter.
Yeah,
probably. They'll send their hit squad, the Clintons, after us.
Yeah. You're gonna fucking walk into your room. It's gonna be dark here. The light's not gonna work. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck? You can go here."
God damn it, Bill! You finally come.
I'm sorry.
That'd be. Honestly, I don't even know how I'd react to that situation.
He's turning around.
CIA, what does it mean? Well, maybe it's Jack Ruby was gay, C. Kennedy was slain, who's to blame? Is it the umbrella main? No rain but signals raise.
I don't know.
Let's get into the next one, though.
So the next one involves...
Let's just try to fire these off. Try to get this done because I'm tired.
I got like one like fucking this is the smoking gun right here. This is the bring all conspiracies in together. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So, JFK sent a memo down to the CIA on November 12th, 1963, and it said, well, this I'm just going to read it. It's going to be kind of hard to read because it's kind of shitty, typewriter fucking upload pictures. Yeah. So it's to the director of the CIA, and it says, classified reviewing of all UFO intelligence files affecting national security. I had discussed with you previously, I have initiated, this is redacted, so there's some blacked out shit.
Yeah.
So-and-so, and have instructed James Webb to develop a program with the Soviet Union in joint space and lunar exploration. It would be very helpful if you would have the high threat cases reviewed with the purpose of identification of bona fide as opposed make a clear distinction between knowns and unknowns in the event that the Soviets try to mistake our extended cooperation as a cover for intelligence gathering of the defense and space program. When this data has been sorted out, I would like you to arrange the program of data sharing with NASA where unknowns are a factor. This will help NASA mission directors in their defense responsibilities. I would like an interim report on the data no later than February 1st, 1964. So he sent that out. And then, so it goes either the CIA was, they wanted Kennedy to shut up because, he's about to blow the whistle on everything. Or there's a, you guys hear about Project Luna? Project Luna?
Not. Nope.
So,
Project Moon, huh?
Yeah. It's a secret alien base on the dark side of the moon. And they say that the aliens assassinated JFK by a gas pressure device that the aliens supplied the driver of the limo because JFK was about to expose the Washington alien collusion.
So, a gas pressure device. So it's like a fucking CO2 tank in the fucking trunk.
That's the most asinine one out of all of them.
That was fucking kooky.
You think so? That document that I read was an actual document that was declassified.
It's still fucking kooky.
Yeah, but it still doesn't make it any fucking. You know how many dumbass things are out.
The alien pressure device. Yeah, maybe that didn't happen. I'm leaning towards it, but whatever. But no, him. I feel like more like he was assassinated more on the fact that he was about to blow the whistle on some alien shit.
I could see that, but not necessarily that aliens assassinated him. Him blowing the whistle on alien stuff, yeah, I can see that. I believe the government does terrible things every fucking day. So.
I don't believe any of the alien crap. Doesn't make any sense.
But like, if there was like an alien thing, like Roswell, and he was just like about to blow the whistle, and then they're like, "Yeah, nope."
Yeah, but it's like, why not assassinate every person who opened their mouth about Roswell during Roswell?
Because they're not the president. The president has the confidence of the United States people, and at that time, like the people of the world.
Yeah, but not really at the time when he was so paranoid. He thought there was gonna be a fucking coup. Like it didn't seem like he was that confident. He literally wanted that movie to be made so people kind of like feared what would happen if they tried to fucking do that. Like if they tried to attempt a coup, it's like, hey, look at this movie. This is what will happen. I don't know how the movie went, but that was literally one of the fucking worries. And also, it's fucking aliens. I think they would have a better thing other than just blowing his head off in a weird way. If they were smart, unless they're fucking retarded, in which case, I'm just saying if I was an alien from another planet, I would have killed JFK the same way Elvis died on a fucking toilet or something. I would have made a giant public display about it and create thousands of conspiracies of it later.
Well, yeah, I don't think the aliens killed him. The more conspiracies
there are, the easier it is to hide the truth.
Not really.
Hide the truth within misinformation.
Exactly.
And people.
Government 101.
It's called misdirection, Joseph.
And brain dead idiots 101. They'll believe any little thing.
Really? Because magicians make money off of it every fucking day.
Yeah, and the idiots that fucking give them the money are the fucking morons. I don't give a fuck about magicians. I don't give them money, nor do I watch their dumbass
Listen,
videos about making things disappear on fucking line.
there's one
Did you guys ever
conspiracy
watch
we
a
didn't
David
talk about.
Blaine video in my life? I don't even know what David Blaine looks like. But I'm saying, you throw a fucking an eggshell in front of a fucking moron, and he's gonna be like, "Did an alien throw this? Where did this come from? Did you throw it? No. Liar! You did something. Where did this come from?" Or, yeah, I did. No, you didn't. An alien being did it. Whatever. It's like conspiracy theorists will find whatever, and if you prove their theory right, they'll be okay. They will be okay with that theory. They'll be okay with that theory for a little bit, and then they'll find another conspiracy surrounding that conspiracy. It's like nobody's ever satisfied with that. You realize there's conspiracies over.
Well, no, there's some kooky conspiracies, but like there's ones that I believe.
Yeah, but
I know
it's
you're more hesitant. Like Casey's the most gullible.
I want to say gullible, more open-minded.
Yeah, but like
it's not. But the whole.
But I don't believe the aliens killed JFK. That's not what I'm saying. I was just saying that was just one of the things. Yeah. I believe that if he was assassinated about aliens, it was the CIA. I was saying, the CIA might have killed him because he's about to blow the whistle on the whole alien shit.
Why would aliens ever give a shit? It's like when you find.
No, it's not the aliens killing him. The aliens don't care. It's the CIA that killed him because of the aliens.
Well, yeah, that's more believable.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I don't believe in the gas canister thing. I just thought that was funny. But
if I see a bunch of buffalo and one of the buffalo tells the other buffalo I'm there, I'm not gonna assassinate the buffalo. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm going back to my country where I really don't give a fuck. Because what are you gonna do, buffalo? You gonna fly to my country and beat my ass? I'm just saying that. Well, I was just saying the same argument with the conspiracy thing. It's because whatever. It's like, well, yeah, but also these people are gonna believe over anything. It's the same thing with people believing the whole fucking. I bring this up all the time. The dumbass bird robot thing.
Oh, yeah.
You tell me that's a distraction? No, that was somebody thinking it. Yeah, that's somebody thinking it was funny as fuck to make a conspiracy, and all these people are like, they're trying to distract you from it. And it's like, no, bro, it was somebody that was just fucking thought it was funny online. It's the same thing with those stupid white vans.
Yeah.
But it's just like, people make up shit just to make up stuff, and it's hilarious that they find stuff. You can chalk up a lot of religions to conspiracies, really. All right, Casey, continue.
Now that he's done what he was aiming for.
The Rants of Joseph. We should make a Patreon for it. But the last conspiracy I had, it was actually about the magic bullet, but it's not the way that you guys think. So, 2 miles away, there was a magician doing a show, right? And
I'm sorry, but I did not expect it to open like this.
And
I met a magic man.
He's doing his show. He's throwing fucking doves out of his wrist. He's making sticks appear. Rabbits are being pulled out of hats. You know, the whole nine. And then he's like, all right, you guys ready for the grand finale? And they're like, yeah. Show us some fucking magic. And and then he's like, all right.
Crowd for a magician.
Yeah. He was a good one. So he pulls his pistol out, and he pulls his box up, and he's like, all right, now I need a volunteer from the audience. And so he pulls this lady up, and he's like, all right, hold this box. I'm gonna shoot it into you, but the bullet's not gonna be there. And then she's like, ah! So he shoots a gun in there. Bullet disappears.
Ooh,
A bouquet of flowers pop out of the box. What do you know? 2 miles down the road, oh boy, magic bullet racking around this motherfucker's brain.
Oh my god.
Bam. Blew this fucking conspiracy out of the water. Solved.
You know that, like, some dumb bitch, she had been in that situation. It probably wasn't 2 miles away, but she was like, the same day that he got shot, I did that magic trick.
That'd be fucking hilarious. I just made that shit up, obviously.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's not true. I made that up.
No, you got a last one for us to talk about, though?
No, the alien one was the last one. I just wanted to end off on a funny note.
Okay, so I think that covers it. We've talked about JFK for quite a while now. Not sure we covered everything, but because this is a really popular fucking, conspiracy. So if we didn't cover everything and you guys have your favorite conspiracies that we didn't cover, fucking, write us. Put it in the comments. We'll fucking try to get to it. We'll maybe comment back. But you know what? We're done for tonight. I'm tired, and I think we did good. So, have a nice night, everybody.